Hi guys, this is Jess with your all signs. Who has you on their mind and why? We're going to look at each sign. If any of you are interested in the 3 month future predictions read for June, July, and August, do check out the link in the description box below. Let's get into the reading, starting with, of course, Aries. Aries, this is someone who may feel, excuse me, excuse me, where the ending was pretty painful for you, either of you, if not both of you. They have you on their mind. Why? Because they miss you. They miss you. They may feel like the situation was very unfortunate. Okay, very unfortunate. And regardless of how things ended, they miss you. They miss you, and they still want you. Okay, they can't get you off of their mind. You're very important to them still, even if they may feel like you did them wrong. They're reminiscing about you. They can't get you off their mind, and they miss you regardless of how things have ended. And of course, if they did you wrong, then usually people say that I miss you regardless of how things ended. Well, yeah, it's ended because of you, but they do miss you. And I do feel if they've done you wrong, they regret it. They wish things would have ended differently. They would have behaved differently. But yeah, the person where things ended kind of terribly, whether it was you, them, or both of you, they miss you regardless of how things might seem, even if they're acting a fool and telling people this, that. They miss you. You have someone who here is truly missing you, and they can't stop thinking of you. So what I have for Aries. Now let's look at Taurus. So who has you on your mind, on their mind, Taurus? The person that it could have been a lot more than what it was. Some of you, this person could have been a friends with benefits. It could have been someone who it had an opportunity, it felt right, but it never got off the ground, or the two of you kind of remained friends even after. Like what you had was amazing, but in the end, it was better for you to become friends, right? It became very convoluted of what it was, and it really wasn't really sticking. And so it ended, unfortunately, and it still lingers. It might even still linger in your mind, but it certainly lingers in their mind. Your words, your actions, the feelings that they feel still lingers in their mind. They reminisce about you quite a bit, Taurus, quite a bit. The person still thinks about you. Whatever you said to them, do know that they still kind of feel the effects of it, and they still go back to the things that you said, back to the things that you did or was willing to do for them, or with them, or to them. And I do feel deep down inside you made them a better person because of it. This person may move differently and behave differently with people because of it, but right now they're just all in their feelings with you. And if they don't have an opportunity to have you in their life, because they'll even settle to be your friend if they can, because they still want that feeling and that full happiness that you were able to give to them. Okay, for some of you, even if they would be willing to be your friend down the line, it would be too much for them to bear, because they really do want more than friendship. But they would at least feel like, damn, we should at least stayed friends, because they're missing you, and more importantly, they're missing the love that you gave, or the feeling that you gave them. Excuse me, the truths, and you've helped mature them and help make them see things a whole lot differently. That's what I have for Taurus. Now let's look at Gemini. Well, Gems, the person who has you on their mind could be a little water sign. This is someone who things were starting to take off. Okay, this could be someone who you may have accused them of being manipulating and playing a lot of mind games, emotional games, playing games with your heart. Could have ran hot and cold. It was just very immature and not ready for the love that perhaps you were ready for, or kept coming back, apologizing, leaving, apologizing, or allowing you to come back only to tell you no, yes, hot, cold, that type of thing. They can't take your reaction right now, so as much as they would like to reach out, they're so unsure of how you will react. They probably know that, yeah, Gemini's not going to let me come back. I done effed up too much. You're not going to have it. So they really cannot take how you will react. They really just want you to open your heart to them as you always have. But something is telling them may not work this time. So yeah, you have that person that has you on your mind is the one that kind of is in the doghouse and doesn't know how to get out of it. That's what I have for Gemini. And let's look at Cancer. Cancer. Well, this is the person who had to kind of tuck their tail in between their legs and leave. And it was hard for them to leave and move on. They may say that it was too stressful, which is too much, and they need to go. They may have told you that I have to go, I have to leave. They could have quietly quit you, and never really got closure, gave you a full understanding. So there could be a lot of open-ended things going on here. That's the person that's still thinking of you. A lot of things left unsaid when it comes to this person. They're not out of the woods mentally. They still think of you. They're still trying to row their boat down the stream to get to a healthier place mentally, and it doesn't always work for them. Now, they know that you're right, but they need to come to their own conclusion. So whatever you've said to them, they know, but they're hard-headed. They're stubborn. Whoever this person is, they're hard-headed, they're stubborn, and unfortunately, life's lessons, they have to kind of learn the hard way. They have to feel it, as they say. You need to feel it. So yeah, they're feeling it right now because they wish that things were different. They wish they could say a lot to you, but I feel like this is someone who doesn't do so well with expressing themselves and being very vulnerable. And so for them, it's better to kind of disconnect and avoid things rather than kind of seeing it straight on, because they may realize that I'm the problem here. I'm the person. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. So yeah, they're missing you. And again, there's something that you said that was right, but they're not going to probably admit it to you. So do know, whatever you told someone, either they're getting their karma because of it, or they're really looking back and thinking, damn, Cancer was right. So that's what I have for Cancers now. So I got Leo. Well, who has you in their mind? Cancer, Leo, excuse me, Leo. A water sign woman. It could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or I'm hearing Aries or Cancer. She doesn't have to be, or they don't have to be a water sign, but someone who loved you, who still loves you. That's who has you on their mind, and they were reminded of your scent. So something about the way that you smell, the way, like you may just have a natural essence smell that comes from your body. You know, people like that, like they don't just smell like soap. They don't smell like just cologne, deodorant, that sort of thing. They have this natural body smell. I know someone who has a natural body smell. This is just their body smell, and it kind of smells like a powder, perfume. And I was like, how the hell how? Well, why were you born with like a natural perfumey smell, and that's just your body smell? Someone said I had it in high school. Someone said, yeah, they would always come behind me and cover my eyes. And one day I did it to them, and they called my name, and I was like, how did you know it was me? And they were like, yeah, because I could smell you. You have this smell about you. And I never wore perfume, anything like that in high school, so I think I have it too. No, the person must have passed it down to me. But anyway, yeah, this person is in love with you, and they think of you. They reminisce about you, or reminisce about the times that the two of you had. This person longs for the day that they could be in your arms, or you them, once again. It may be a distant dream, but you know, one thing about it, they could be manifesting you back into their life simply because of the love that they have and how much they kind of think of you and reminisce about you. Yeah. So you have someone who is truly into you, Leos. And think about all the little essence of you. It may be like, yeah, I smell his cologne, her perfume. I love, this is what they used to eat. This is, you know, the little things that just is natural to you. That's what they reminisce about, and that's what they think of. That's what I have for Leos. Very interesting. Sorry for interrupting your reading with my little spiel. On to Virgo. Okay, so I think Virgo. So I believe we're at Virgo. So who's the person that has you on their mind, and why? Someone who this relationship ended because it was karmic. It was time. Someone that you had a karmic attachment to came in your life because of karma, left your life because of karma, and someone who has karma all over them, right? Whose life is on a changing cycle. Now, they could be slowing down their progression in life because they're constantly comparing other people to you. You may have had a life-changing effect on them to where they really cannot see themselves with anyone else, because again, you've broke the mold, I guess. Hold on, I want to see something. Yeah, they're going through massive change, and this will mature them. So whatever they've experienced with you, it will make them a better person. It will mature them and will make them see the error of their ways, but it will make them appreciate more the experience that they've had, because again, you kind of have helped them, usher them into a next level of their life. It's that kind of thing where it's like you break up with someone, they meet another person, and then they're the best husband, wife, mother, that sort of thing, and life just really starts to take off for them, and you're like, oh great, yeah, I had to clean you up for a whole nother person. It's kind of like that. You could very well be cleaning this person up for a better future with another person. But it will be trial and error for them, because again, until they can stop trying to see you in everyone else, and until they understand that you are here to teach them and usher them into the next stage, they're going to continue to go through this loop over and over again, probably meeting people that will continue to teach them the same thing until they get it. Okay, but I do see them getting it. So if they ever see you again, they probably will say thank you. If it's something that they can share with you, they probably will let you know, thank you. I'm a better person because of you. I've tapped into a place of my life. You've tapped into a part of my spirit that was probably asleep or never been awakened. And so thank you for that. You've kind of changed someone's life in a very pivotal way, Virgo, whether you believe it or not. That's what I have for Virgos, and I also got Libra. Well, Libra, this is someone who was once devoted and loyal to you, may have even been responsible for you. You guys kind of entered into something. For some of you, this could be an ex where a baby was produced in some kind of way, or you guys were in something that was very real, or they really wanted something real. This could even be, for a small percentage of you, someone who was already tied and attached to someone, but they loved you, and there was something going on between you and them. They find you to be an angel. You are everything that they could want. There's something that is so pure, that is so innocent, but also so ethereal and spiritually evolved when it comes to you, that for them, you're just like the sweetest thing, the best thing to them. This could even be the person that's in your life now, and they truly appreciate you. And so when talking about you, you would probably be shocked in how they convey their feelings, and more importantly, how they see you and the importance that you have in their life, because there's something about you that is very, very special. And even for some of you who may be going through hell and high water with someone, right? And it was really difficult to get on the other side of a situation with someone, they'll still say that you are an exceptional individual. So for some of you, you have someone here who, again, whether they've moved on, whether they're your mate now, whether it was very challenging through the breakup process, there's something about you that they find so special that they don't believe that they'll probably find anywhere else. That's what I have for Libras. Now let's get to Scorpio. Well, for some of you Scorps, this can be a literal Aquarius, but if it's not that sign, this is someone who is healing, who's praying, who's meditating, who is better than what they were, but they're not out of the woods. They're still damaged. They just can't do this anymore. This is someone who you may have triggered them and changed them, and in their minds, it may not be for the better at all. But when you have the Star card here, it's kind of, you have to have the higher knowing and understanding that all of this is for your betterment. It is going to be for your betterment, but it could have been that they have to go through such pains in order to evolve into a more spiritual being, and this was their lot in life, and you have to come in and kind of switch up their life, and only the way Scorpios can switch up someone's life, right? Irreversible, where there's no going back. You've got to go into this new direction. So they've been transformed, and for some of you, they're still having a hard time accepting this change, accepting the transformation, even though they're having to rely on God, and they're having to rely on their spiritual side in order to come out of it. And that was the process. That was the point of this. Because before we are human, we're spiritual, right? We're spirits. And so this person probably needed this cleansing, but don't realize that they do. And they're only at the beginning. I don't give a damn if it's been a year. They're at the beginning of it. But for some reason, you were sent in their life to change it. And they won't believe it, and they won't see the benefit of it until they kind of submit to it. Not their thoughts, not their feelings, but to submit to the spiritual lesson that comes behind it. And once they do that, they'll be so much better for it. And then they'll be able to forgive and to even kind of appreciate the lesson, albeit one of the most hardest things for them to do. Damn, typical Scorpio. They may be in a 12-step program. That's what I have for Scorpios. Now let's look at Sagittarius. Well, the person that has you on their mind, they may have to give you money. They may have to give you money. They may have been someone who was very generous, and it was a give and a take, and a give and a take. But this is someone who could be very superficial, could lack independent thinking, who could be someone who's very dependent. And you'll be surprised of how dependent people truly are. They may fool people and make people believe that, no, I'm very independent. I don't defer to them. They defer to me. I take care of them. I give them money. No. You have a lot of people who's very codependent and who really will struggle, if not perish, if they have to do life alone. And so this could be one of those people who finds it very difficult to kind of use their own critical independent thinking. And so it could be outside people, other people who came and got in their ear and was the root cause of the disconnect in this relationship. For some of you, you still have this person in your life. You're married to them, in a relationship with them. And so there is an equal give and take, and that's the expectation, because their parents did it, their family did it, they did it. And for some of you, this person could give in and give to you and do the right thing because their parents or family is influencing that here. Okay, so they could be a better person to you because of their family, because of their history. For some of you, they could be someone who is very challenged by the connection because of an influence of what family, friends, or what other people say. I want to pull one more to see what else they have to say. They could have said some things to you or did some things to you that was extremely unfortunate. And so with that, and this could be someone who does well for themselves. They have money to give. They could just be someone who's very charitable, very giving, that sort of thing. Or again, like I said, they may have to pay something. They have to do it. And so even though they do defer to outside people, you get them. You understand them. It's like you kind of really understand them. Even if it was a very short amount of time with this person, you got them. You would say things to them or about them, and you wouldn't judge them. You would accept them for who they are, and you would tell them about themselves to some extent, and they would be like, wow, you really get me. You really understand who I am as a person. And they wish that they could take back some of the things that they said. They wish they could take back some of the things that they did, because I feel that this is someone who likes things to kind of be. They care about what people think. They care about how people see them. They're someone that always want to be in good standing with people. But you got to continue to be good in order to be in good standing. And sometimes it's not even meant for you to be good for certain people, because sometimes karma has to come, and certain people are going to bring you karma. And after the karma is brought, do you see them as a good person? No. So there's my little 2 cents. I'm off my soapbox, but boom. But this is someone I do feel that deep down has regrets, but their pride and perhaps their justification of things may not make them outwardly say, I have those regrets, but they have you on their mind because you are the only person that truly gets them, understands them. And there was an equalness that only the two of you share. This is, to me, just like we have a connection that is very intimate but very mutual, and is so understandable that I'll always want to continue this. I'll always want this to continue. So that's what I have. And also, it could be that you're a benefit to them financially. So I've been saying that with Sagittarius since last year, that someone could be using you because it benefits them. The whole family, friends could be in on it. So be careful with that. But outside of that, it definitely is all the other things that I said. That's what I have with Sagittarius. Now let's look at Capricorn. Capricorn. This is someone who still wants to be with you sexually. Someone who is very aggressive, could be an Aries, could be a fire sign, or someone who is very driven, who initiated a lot, who can, they could lean to anger pretty quickly. They're a very passionate person, and you still take their breath away. You really do. This could be your mate still, but I feel like this is more towards someone who has you on their mind that you're not with, and it's because they physically miss you. Like, they want to sexually be with you. They want to spend some time with you. They want to approach you. You still do something to them. You probably always will. This could be someone who, again, is very ripe and green when it comes to relationships, may not have evolved when it comes to love relationships to some extent, or someone who's ruled by their lower half. And again, it's just a very sexual and passionate person. But yeah, they want you. They want all of you. They want you. And you still do something to them. So I have Capricorns now. Let's look at Aquarius. Capricorn. Well, who is this person? It could be someone who is a very optimistic person who may feel like everything usually goes their way and what they want is what they typically get. And they're saying, I'm coming back for you. So this is somebody that has you on pause. So you have them on pause because they intend to come back and get you back. Damn, isn't that cocky? Whoever this person is, they cocky as hell. But they may feel like they're justified in it because they typically get what they want. If they want you, they know they can have you. It's that type of thing. And it's like, just hold on. I'm busy. I'm doing some other things. But don't worry about it. I'm coming for you. And what are they going to do? I want to know. When they come back, what's going to happen? Hold on now. Not a goddamn thing. Hopefully somebody doesn't pass away. They may be on second thought, that type of thing. For some of you, be careful. This person, they're taking care of a lot of things. It could be family. It could be their own life that they're getting in all order. And so when they come back, they'll be past that, or they'll be going through it. So they'll be telling you something like that, if not, other things. But it is that they're taking care of some things that they're really concerned about because they're not out of the woods when it comes to that. So yeah, just give them some time. They're coming. They're coming. And they'll explain to you what it's all about. That's what I have for Aquarius. Now let's look at Pisces. Pisces. This is someone who is still in a bad place over you. And I've been telling you guys this for videos. I don't know who the hell this person is, but they can't get over you. They're still in a bad place over you. They may still be licking their wounds and feeling like they don't know if they can meet your expectations. It's very unfortunate. And you may feel like, yeah, it's because they were. Listen, I'm not arguing that you're not right. All I'm saying is for them, they're looking and feeling like it's unfortunate. And for them, they wish it could be different. And they're feeling the loss here. Okay, and then they may be saying, well, I could never meet Pisces' expectations. Pisces always wanted something from me that I can't give to them fully, right? And so for them, they really miss you. They have you in their mind. I don't feel like they ever stopped missing you from the time the two of you departed. And I don't know how long it's been, but even if it's been quite some time, they still linger and think of you. You still come to their mind, and it's like, And then they think, well, can it work? Well, no, because I can't meet their expectations. I don't know if I'll ever be able to be for Pisces what they need me to be. I don't even know if I'm that person that they need me to be. So you have someone here who wish things could be different, wish that they can, things were better and the two of you could be together, because then they will free themselves from this loss and this pain. But right now, they're just going to kind of wallow in it and reminisce about you. That's what I have for you guys. Hopefully it's been helpful. Check me back on the next one. Take care, guys.